And so if the presumption of innocence is to mean anything in a bond hearing, and it is an established fundamental principle at a bond hearing, if it's to have any substance, then I ask the court to be sure not to let any allegations of the underlying facts of this case, where we're presuming him to be innocent, serve as some evidence that he does pose any of the risks in a significant measure that are laid out in the statute. There must be some evidence other than this case. So I implore the court to let that be the court's guide and ask the court to set a bond for Mr. Kinder.
The defendant knew he was being chased by a police car. He admitted as such he knew it was the police. He admitted speeding. He admitted to turning off his lights and driving in the chase. He admitted running because he knew there were drugs in the car, admitted smoking marijuana, and his blood is tested positive for marijuana. The defendant has no driver's license, hadn't had it for several years, admitted he had no driver's license at that time. The car also had an expired registration. He has a horrible driving history dating back to 2011, speeding, driving without a suspended license, and suspension of his license due to a controlled substance. His criminal history, although not violent, is lengthy, dating back to several marijuana charges, driving without a license, and probation violations dating out of both Bibb and Jones County. As far as bond factors as addressed by the defendant under 1761E, fleeing from the jurisdiction and failing to appear, Your Honor, this case is based on fleeing and failing to appear. The defendant fled from here from known marked units and continued to chase, trying to avoid a capture, trying everything from speed, turning off his lights, and failing to obey traffic signs, and that resulted in the death of Deputy Freeman. As a result of being a significant threat or danger, his actions that day show that he is a danger to the community. He places himself above those around him and those that would be on the streets, even though he himself is not authorized to be on the streets. He's continued to drive without a license, and his actions alone put the community at risk. Not only members of the community, but members of the law enforcement community that are charged with serving and protecting. And in this case, it cost the life of Deputy T.J. Freeman.